Jesus Christ. I knew something bad was gonna happen as soon as I hit the record button. Right now it's being balanced precariously onto a little miniature computer. Like foam stress ball thing. Hold on, sorry, I had to clear the chair out. Okay, hey everyone. Okay, on the camera, this jacket looks black. But in person, it looks like a really deep blue. And this has been something I have been debating ever since I've owned this jacket. My mom got it for me, I think, in 2014? A year or so ago, actually. And, what time is it? Okay, my clock's 20 minutes early, and I was like, that's the wrong time. Anyway, I got this jacket. My mom bought it for me like a few years ago, and by then she knew I liked the color red. I guess that was my thing back then. I really liked the color red. I mean, I still like it, but I was really adamant about it. And she said this was the only jacket that had the red. Sorry, the other color's not your favorite. And I'm like, what? You mean like black and red is like a really nice combination? See, like the red's like on the inside. Like I have it zipped up, but I had it zipped up to give the illusion that I wear something other than white shirts all the time. But it's true. I just wear white shirts a lot when I'm at home. I just have. You just saw me move a bunch of white shirts, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, it's got the red lining. I like it. And she's like, yeah, but the other color is not so. It's like it's black. Yeah, it's fine. So I ran with it. I ran with the fact that it's colored black. I went with that for a few years, and then I looked at it and I went, not years, probably months. And then I looked at it and I go, is it blue? It's probably blue. That's probably what she meant. It's probably blue. So then I go, it's blue and red. Doesn't matter. It's like a really dark blue. I don't really care. So I ran with that. And then recently, I put my hands on my lap, and I wear black skinny jeans to school. I wore that, and I put my hands on my lap, and I go, these are the same color. Is it black? And then I don't know. And then I asked my friends, I was like, what color is this? And they're like, it's blue, it's blue, it's blue. I was like, it's blue. And then earlier during rehearsal, because I had been wearing this all day, I was like, Andrew, is it my cast member, my castmate? I was like, what color is this? And he goes, it's black. And I go, okay. I just paused for like 5 minutes, and I just went, okay. And he was like, why? What color do you think it is? I was like, I don't know. And then some of my other castmates gather around me. We make this big giant circle. Nick comes up to me. Nick comes up and I go, what is no? Who is it? Teddy walked by and I go, Teddy, wait. What color is it? He's like black, and then he leaves and I go, huh. And then Nick goes by and says it's blue, and I go, huh. And then from the side, Jenny gets up and goes, blue. It's a really deep dark blue. And I had been talking, and I remember last year in my psychology class, we had, sorry, I lost my train of thought. God, what was I gonna say? Oh, in my psychology class last year, we kind of decided that women are better at color than men are, and we did a little exercise kind of demonstrating how men kind of take a back seat to like the reason why like women are so good at like matching things and like color wise, just because they're better at it, so my professor like pointed to a wall and goes, what color is this? He points at a guy, and the guy goes, it's like beige, points to a girl, and she gives the most specific color ever. And then he goes back and he asks the guy, and the guy goes, yeah, it's probably that color. We kind of just agree with what they say. They could be bullshitting us, but we'll never know because we suck at it. So Jenny goes, it's dark blue, kind of, and I go, yeah, you're right. It's like a dark blue. So that's what I'm running with. But now I'm looking at the camera, and it's totally black. It's not even denying it. It's like black. It matches my hair, kind of. And then I didn't even go over the part where for a little while I thought it was like a really deep dark olive green. Yep, that's how bad I am with colors. Anyway, that was like 5 minutes of jacket talk. Sorry. Today was pretty great. I got to see Deadpool once again. Uh, this was like the trip I was planning. Like I don't know, I mentioned it in the other video from a few days ago, a couple days ago actually. I put it up on Wednesday. That I told my sister I was gonna go watch Deadpool with this girl, and she was like, "Are you sure?" And that got me paranoid because she's not really one for like, I don't really know her that much, to be quite honest. I don't know if she watches these videos, but I hope not. uh, she doesn't really strike me as someone who's like too into this type of stuff, like raunchy, like kind of like dick joke humor. So when I went to go watch Deadpool with my sister on Monday, going, yeah, it's kind of weird. No, oh gosh. So I was like, cause I mean, like there's like a certain level, like people would be like, yeah, I'll enjoy this, but she didn't really strike me as the type. She strikes me as a type. She strikes me as the type that would be okay with this type of stuff, but not someone who would like enjoy it. So I was kind of worried, and she said she was bringing her friend along, so I was like, I guess it's okay. I mean, as much as I wanted it to be just us two, I don't really mind. Uh, and then cause it was me and Jadrian. We were planning on watching the Deadpool movie on I think Monday, last Monday, and then our other friend wanted to tag along, and I was led to believe I probably made it up in my head that she had Monday off as well, which is why we stuck with Monday. And then we contact her, and she's like, "No, I don't have Monday off." So I go, "Fuck." So we can't watch it on Monday because we basically, long story short, we kept rearranging the dates to the point where she just was uninvited. you know? Like everyone else's would line up on a certain day, but then she was so busy because she goes all the way out and like she's in a different place altogether, which means you know having to work trips around her is requires a lot of effort from a lot of us, and that's why I never like going to movies with a large group ever. I've only ever done it twice. It's only ever succeeded twice. Once was when I went to go watch when I was in 7th grade. All my 8th grade friends and I went to go watch Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. That was one time. There was like 9 of us, I think. The second time it's ever worked was Jurassic World, where we basically took up almost the entirety of a row in a movie theater. Like we were sitting at the bottom, but not to say that I haven't tried planning out movie stuff with a bunch of other people. Then it's just that it's never worked out, you know. So this was the one time. I mean, like I usually go on like I usually go to the movies with like one or two people. Like I think I went to go watch Wreck-It Ralph with Adrian once, and then I went to go watch Big Hero 6 with Cheza and another friend of mine. So like small groups are fine, but when you have to coordinate with like 4 or 5 people, it's insane. So I just told her because I was under the assumption that Jaden wanted to go see it on a different day. So I just said, you guys, I think I'm just gonna go watch it with her and her friend on Friday. So everyone was like, cool. And I thought that it was just gonna be us three, me, her, and her friend. And then a few days later, I get a text from Jaden saying, "So, what time are we going to the movies on Friday?" And I go, 3:30. You're coming? I didn't know he was coming. He's like, "Yeah, I'll go." I go, "Okay, all right, sure. Yeah, that'll even things out. There's 4 of us now." And then, and then the very next day, Cheza is like, what did she say? It was basically something along the lines of like, "I'm coming too." No, and she's like, "Yeah, but Jaden's coming too." I was like, "Yeah, I know you're not uninvited, but I didn't know you were coming." So she came along, and then I go to the movie theater, and the first person I see is her boyfriend. So I go, "You're here too." So I mean, like I didn't mind. I totally didn't mind. It wasn't a date or anything. It was just like, it was spontaneous and it was funny. So we did that, and then I got a burger at the Haba. And that was my first real burger because before then I had gone only to eat burgers at like McDonald's, and I don't really count McDonald's as real burgers because have you seen those burgers? They're not real burgers. They're like flat and like they didn't seem real to me. Is what I'm trying to say. And even then, I only ever got like the McChickens, so I don't really count that as a real burger. So the very first real burger I have ever had, I would have to say, came from La Habra. I got a char burger, and it was nice. I really liked it. It was messy. I would say that. That's how I know I'm eating a real burger is if I get messy with it because I don't know how to eat. so if it like falls apart in my mouth, I'm like that's a real burger. And then that's how I know like the Hobbit. I'm saying it weird. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm not even gonna explain myself. The Hobbit and In-N-Out, made some good burgers, So I got that, and then rehearsal started. We sped through the second act. It's weird because we had to learn a new dance. I'm in two big routines. Gosh, I thought that the first routine was like awful. I mean, like it wasn't awful, but I was just like, ugh, it was work. And then we had to do the routine for I could say it, I guess. Guys and Dolls is an old play. The first one was Luck Be a Lady. Luck Be a Lady was not a hard. It's compared to Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat. Luck Be a Lady is like the bunny hill, and Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat was like Death Valley. It was a lot of like coordination. You had to know when to sit down, when you stand up, when you do these things, and I have to do a little jig around it was funny, but we got it, and I hope I remember it for the show. I was so worried because I've been doing my lines fine. I have this one big scene. My character's not in the play too much, Big Julie, but he does get like this one big scene, and that scene involves a lot of numbers because it's part of the scene. And I had been doing the numbers fine, right? Like we've gone through Act 2 before, right? We've gone through it front to back, back to front, and I had gotten all my lines down, so I stopped bringing my script to shows just to further emphasize that I gotta know my lines, I gotta know my words, So I I stopped bringing my script because I thought I was fine. And then during our very first designer run-throughs, which pretty much the very first time that anyone outside of the production gets to see it, technically. Like, it was the director, stage manager, and the cast, pretty much. And, of course, our music director and our choreographer, right? But, like the lighting people, the costume designers, everyone else, they had not seen the show ever, right? And we ran through the whole thing, and boy, oh boy, did I fuck up those numbers. Like, I thought I was doing really well. I screwed up twice in a row, and I go, shit. Oh, it was so awful. It sucked, because, it felt like I was performing for an audience for the first time, and I screwed up the numbers, and I felt really bad about it. So hopefully I did it nice this time. Like, we were speeding through it, and I remembered it. So I think it's pretty good. I gotta learn how to fall without, like, my shirt going all over the place, because, I don't know, it's uncomfortable to me. But, yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah. Once again, yeah, I really wish I have time to do these videos with Jadrian, because he's the one that facilitates a lot of, like, the topics that run through my head. Like, sometimes I turn this camera on, and I go, I want to talk about that. Then I go, I don't really have a lot to say about that by myself. I need someone to fill in the empty space between my words and me deciding what I should say next to fix it. Because I know the word that's the phrase that's gonna come out of my mouth is garbage. Not garbage, but it's like weird. Or yeah, this exact thing, this exact exchange right now. If I had Jadrian just sitting off screen, he would talk, and he would help facilitate that. Basically, what I'm saying is I miss Jadrian being in these videos. It was lots of fun. but the videos were long, I guess, and no one would watch them. So what are you gonna do? Anyways, that's it for me, I guess. I hope everyone had a fantastic Friday, and if you're living in a region where Friday hasn't started, have a good one. Start the day off positive. Do something nice. I hope everyone had a good week, and if your week was shitty, well, you can't go back and change it. So the only thing you can do is move forward and make the next week awesome. As for me, I have rehearsals at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. And then we're going to go to Denny's afterwards because apparently some of my new friends love Denny's. So we're going to do that. That's it for me. I already did my outro. Alright, peace out. Bye-bye.